Oh, good. We'll toast the water.
It's against the law, and you know what this law is all about. Okay.
In the next 60 minutes, 10 o'clock Live presents Streetheart, Back to the Roots, live in Winnipeg.
Can the rest of you make some noise, too?
Streetheart, one of the top rock bands in the country. In just 3 short years, they've recorded 4 albums, 2 gold and 1 platinum, scored a Canadian top 10 hit, and won all kinds of prestigious awards, including the 1979 Juno as the best new group in the land. They are, without qualification, the best-selling rock unit to break out of Western Canada in the last decade. But more than that, Streetheart's story belongs to the fans. The fans who've bought 300,000 of the group's LPs, 130,000 singles. The fans who pack arenas and auditoriums from coast to coast to get crazy behind the electric energy created by these boys from the prairies. Tonight, it's some of those same fans that have packed this bar as Streetheart returns to the roots. This is where the spark of inspiration for all of big league rock originates. It's in hot, smoky, jam-packed clubs like this that it all begins to unfold. And this is where it begins.
Okay, guys, it's showtime. Let's hit it.
We're gonna, okay.
Come on, let's go.
Have a good one, boys. Cheers. Cheers.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
All right. Hit it. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's go. Okay. All right.
Sorry, Jack.
Woo. Woo. All right. Okay. As soon as you can.
It's a bit.
Who's that man?
Jeez, I'm getting nervous standing up here waiting for these guys. Any second now, any second, Streetheart's going to be coming through the back door. And when that happens, get set, get ready, let it go. All right, the time has come. Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome to the stage, Streetheart. Give it to him.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? My good God.
Are you ready?
Help yourself. Oh, yeah.
Hi, everybody.
That's right.
Hollywood, whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Such a strange girl, you're sure looking good. Turn up your radio and throw out your bone. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know where you're coming from. Hollywood, what's your real name, girl? How'd you get the car? Those diamonds and the pearls. Magazine, baby, why you looking at me? I don't believe I wanna be a part of your story. train, a westbound airline took away. Yeah, it's way past midnight. They caught the last flight. Oh yeah, and now we're strangers. I really don't know what to say. I'm afraid now. I'm gonna blow my face now. You may be the master, but you really gonna play. Yeah. Look out, my lady. You must be crying. Oh, totally now. But you really gonna play. Yeah. Yeah. Forever, forever, and ever and ever. Baby. Yeah. Forever, forever, and ever and ever. Baby. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna find him, then I'll remind him. Yeah, you may be the bloody master, but not one of his spade. You lied, you lied. But you got your paycheck, you son of a bitch. Yeah, when I find him, you're really gonna pay. Yeah, I'm gonna get some action, action. Read all about it. Yeah, action for slander. Read all about it. If you can read, look at this. Action, action. Ooh, read all about it. I'm gonna stick it to your face, are you? Action for slander. Read all about it. Stick 'em in the ground, stick 'em down. Action, action. Ooh, read all about it. Front page news, yeah. Action for slander. Ooh, read all about it. On the subway. Action, action. Read all about it. Read all about it.
You're watching 10 o'clock live with a special 1-hour Streetheart edition continues in 2 minutes.
Thanks.
To 10 o'clock live.
Are we
Earlier
out
today, before the madness, the concert that you're now seeing took place, I had a chance to sit down in the green room for 10 o'clock live and talk to Kenny Shields, the lead singer for Streetheart. Kenny, in just 3 short years, Streetheart has come from the bars of Regina to become one of the top rock attractions in Canada. How does the reality of the situation that you find yourself in right now match up with the rock and roll dream that you've carried around in your back pocket for so long?
I don't think it was a reality back then as far as what we felt was going to happen to us. I mean, everybody has this dream. Everybody has this this glorified fantasy of what's going to happen to you when you become this or you become that. So I mean, everything gets blown out of proportion. In the bar scene in Regina, what we wanted to do was put the best thing we could together and hit the roads and look for the major recording contract.
What was the
Simple,
fantasy?
you
What
know.
was the fantasy that made you want to do that, though?
Well, I mean, how tall was I when I first wanted to do this sort of thing? You know, or how old was I? I mean, it all began when I used to stick a transistor radio under my ear when I go to bed, when I go to school, right, and listen to the radio. I got all involved in that sort of thing, and then all of a sudden the English invasion hit, and all of a sudden that totally convinced me then of what I wanted to do when I grew up. Still growing, you know, but it convinced me that it was a fantasy, and if it was going to come true, there's only one way to go find out. And, you know, I don't exactly know what's going on yet, but I know that it's feeling pretty nice.
An absolutely enormous undertaking, getting yourself established in the rock music business, as they say. Now, give me some idea of the kind of planning, the amounts of money that have been involved, and the people and the other kinds of resources in bringing Streetheart to the point you're at right now.
Well, you never make any money. You don't make any money for a very long time. I mean, everything, in order to make money, you spend a fortune doing so, because the money that you make on this, until a point comes where you make more money than normal bar bands would do. But it all goes back into the machine. It always, you know, the music money-making machine, I guess they
People
call it.
identify with dollars, though. Talk to me about...
Dollars?
Yeah.
Dollars? I don't know what dollars are, you know. I mean, I know that it costs big bucks to keep things going. Where we are right now, wherever we are right now, I know that it costs big money to keep this thing going, and it's going to cost a lot more to keep it going. And maybe someday it'll break for us. But right now we're still in the middle of something we're not sure of, right? We just keep moving with the flow, you know.
Yeah, you're right, and I wanted to ask you about that. You've arrived at the point where all successful Canadian rock artists eventually arrive. Tell me, which was the more frustrating situation that you've had to deal with? Being that bar band in Regina 3 years ago, knowing that you could prove something to the Canadian people if you got a chance to do it, or where you find yourself right now, having proved to the Canadian rock and roll public that you're a hot band, and trying to get your foot into the United States, where everybody wants to go. It's only natural.
Yeah. To get your foot into the United States, you have to have great big foot, you know, and stick it in. And we've been kicking away at the doors for quite some time now. First of all, I think we were in a lineup to get to the doors. Now I think we are probably to the point where we are kicking. I even think we've got some of that big foot in there, and we've got a lot of work, because there are a lot of American bands that are, you know, this. And I mean, why bring in foreigners when they're going to try and put their bands together first? This is a very practical thing for them to do, and it's very logical too. They're not going to give foreigners that work, unless of course you've got an enormous hit raging on your hands.
Yeah.
Now the frustration is that waiting period, and I think that's probably double or even double. That's 10 times the amount of what it was like. This is that, huh? That's good. What it's like to, you know, breaking in that bar circuit, knowing you've got to go out and score that major contract, and that took 7 or 8 months of negotiations, which was a long time, because initially we went to the East at that time. That's what you had to do. I mean, that was the myth, and that was the truthful myth about going to the East, scoring the contract, and then, you know, getting the opportunity to do the first album.
Okay, that's all business. Let's talk about people for a minute. I know you a little bit. You've been playing rock and roll for better than half of your life now. If you had some advice to pass along to young musicians, as you were a couple of decades ago, starting out, looking at putting a band together and taking a chance in the rock business, what would it be?
Well, forget it. No. It's a tough gig, and it's something that, like I say, it tears away at this imagery that you once had, and it just, you know, it destroys it piece by piece. It breaks it down, and all of a sudden the realities start coming out, and you say, my God, how many years has it been? 5, okay, and then also, how many years has it been? 10? Oh yeah? Where are we? Do we have a record contract? What's happening, right? And it's just tough. It's very, very tough, and I don't have the magic words, you know, or else I'd use them myself, and I'd be there, right? But I can say that you've got to work real hard. You've got to believe in what you do. You've got to eliminate a lot of the distractions. You've got to totally discipline yourself into thinking, well, this is the way it is. This is the new way. And don't ever forget your roots. Don't ever forget your source. And that's where you come from. And like I've told my friends, and I tell you, if you ever find me swaying away from where where I once belonged, where I once was, just turn me around and square it up and kick it, you know, kick me in there, because I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose that thing.
Those are some good, honest words, and I hope everybody that plays an instrument that is watching tonight was really listening to what you had to say. Last question. Just over a month ago, you played here in the Winnipeg Arena, 7,000 fans going nuts out in front of the stage. A month later, you're at the St. Vital playing for a room that seats maybe 200 people. What's the attraction in coming back to a place like this?
Well, there's a bit of an irony here, because you know, you play clubs for years, and you just can't wait to get the hell out of them, and, you know, the smoke's killing you and everything else, and your throat disappears every night. and suddenly things happen, and records happen, and the big stage happens, and the concerts happen, and the whole perspective changes. The whole concept is totally different. You've got security lining up 30 feet in front of the first barricade, and after that there's 30 yards before the first row of chairs, and after that it's row 1 to 150 you can't see for the lights, and you know, there's an intimacy thing missing here, and until you know, you feel the pro thing happening, you can't quite cope with that, right? I mean, that's one thing that I always admired about the pros. They always had that together where, you know, they could treat 80,000 people the same as 200. Now all I'm saying is that it's beautiful to come back to the roots, to the clubs, and remember, and that's the irony of it, and it's fabulous. And whenever we get a chance to do it, whether it's 2 or 3 nights, we'll be there. We always have to come back. The roots, the source. Go for it.
Little tin soldier who wants to jump into your fire. You are a look in your eye, a dream passing by in the sky. Oh, I can understand, and all I need is dreaming man who I ain't no child. Take me like I am, yeah. I belong and I belong to you. To do anything that you want me to, to sing any song that you want me to sing to you. I don't need no hesitation. I just gotta make you. I just got to make you. I belong and I belong to you. To do anything that you want me to. To sing any song that you want me to sing to you. All I need is your whispered hello. Smiles melting the snow of my heart. Your eyes, they're deeper than time, setting up that won't rhyme without words. Now I've lost my way. I need help to show me things to say. So give me your love before my fades away. Yeah. I belong and I belong to you. To do anything that you want me to. Sing any song that you want me to sing to you. Drugstore dancer doing pills for kicks. Drugstore dancer need my fix, baby. Baby. I'm a con, I can get what I want. Might have to cheat you, it ain't my fault, baby. Baby. We're all crazy and you know we should quit. I'll do it later, I need one more hit. I'll do it later, I'll do it later. Yeah. I said I won't, but you know that I will. For my trip. I got a ticket for a one-way trip. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Ow. Can't you see what you're doing to me? I'm crazy, getting ready to scream, oh baby. I'm so crazy. We all live for the fun and see. You're hooked to dance with me, baby. To dance with me, baby. So dancer, what's the answer? Drugstore dancer, what's the answer? Would you be my drugstore dancer? Baby, what's the answer? Would you be my drugstore dancer? I know. What's the answer? Let's dance.
Thank you.
Don't know where she come from. she come from. It don't matter who's on the stage. I know she's here to have fun, yeah. She's all part of a teenage rage. Oh, she puts on her makeup, she wraps a flag around her, she pops a few beans and pulls on Spray green in her hair, and you know she doesn't care. Wonder where she'll be. I wonder where she'll be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder where we'll be. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. I wonder where we'll be, huh?
This is 10 o'clock live, and Streetheart live from the St. You're watching the special 1-hour Streetheart edition of 10 o'clock live.
Had me down under my thumb, girl. Oh yeah, she pushed me around. Down me, oh, what I say, the difference in the clothes she wears to me. She come under my thumb, yeah, yeah. Under my thumb. Screaming dog who just had her day under my thumb. Oh, little puppy dog, yeah, yeah.
playing with Streetheart is the greatest experience I've had in music so far. The fact that we all have freedom to write songs, to come up with ideas, individually or collectively, works. Generally, somebody will come up with an idea and bring it to rehearsal, and we'll all work on the thing together, and it'll often develop, change. My role in the band is basically coloration, either enhancing what the guitar and bass are doing, or taking the song or that section of the song in a slightly different direction, giving it a different twist.
For myself, getting involved with Streetheart was, I would say, one of the best things that's happened to my career. Prior to that, I was pursuing a solo career, fronting my own bands. And as happy as I was with that, I felt at the time a need for a change, to get involved with a type of band that was more of a team, more of a collective effort, and the opportunity, of course, to play with these guys and the caliber of musicians was ideal for me, and I'm very happy with it. It's definitely a charge, Winnipeg, of course, has always had a history of producing a really fine local talent, and that incites one to work hard, and the fans definitely have been very instrumental in that.
When I'm on stage with Streetheart, it's like I try and use all those people that I've heard and been influenced by. And hopefully it comes across, and I try and help it along by doing crazy things, performing it as best I can, so that I can get those ideas across to a large number of people, which is essential if you're playing arenas with, say, 15,000 people. You just can't stand in one spot and play to get those ideas across. So I try and perform and play as hard and as energetic as I can, because that's part of Streetheart. There's so much energy, and so it gets the people off.
I was kicking around Vancouver and doing studio work with Tommy Banks and various musicians when I received a call from Streetheart. I'd played with a band called Witness prior to that, who were Ken Seneve, Kenny Shields, and Daryl Gutile. I flew to Saskatoon, we jammed a bit, I had 2 days of rehearsal, then went on tour with Styx. Since then, I've become part of the band. We're really good friends. We work very well together, and everything's been going great.
Oh, oh, under my thumb. Oh, yeah. Under my thumb. Under my thumb.
What's that you're smoking?
Under my thumb, I think I love you, I think I love you. Even if it takes all night, I think I love you.
What's that?
If you think I'll take all night, yeah. I think I love you, I think I love you. Oh, even if it takes all night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take it. Yeah.
No.
Under my thumb. Oh yeah. Under my thumb. Oh yeah. Under my thumb. Oh yeah. Under my thumb. Yeah. Oh yeah. under my thumb. A girl who once had me down under my thumb. That girl still gives the best head in town. Oh, what I say, the different when she's spoken to me. She come. So easy, down to me, she under my thumb. So easy, down to me, she under my thumb. Under my thumb. Baby.
O'Clock Live presents the Streetheart special Back Live with more music in 2 minutes.
Hallucination in my eye, like a runaway light show in the sky. Trouble, I don't know what to do. Trouble, everything I name on I feel crazy, I'm confused. This is my love song to you. Trouble, I don't know what to do. Trouble, lay my hands all over you. Trouble, trouble. son. I get a kick, yeah. I got some money, mama. I say the word. Come on now, honey. I take a bird. Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. Oh yeah, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. Turn out the red light. I get it down. I'm at the deadline. In downtown, I found a cruiser. Catch your eye, but don't the chooser, baby. The chicks are fine. Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City, Sin City. Find ourselves a slave. Come and take my grave. Welcome to Sin City. Welcome to Sin City. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right before your eyes.
Don't wanna go crazy and I can't go home. I just don't make it on the telephone. Gotta write a song to keep my mind from getting older than it's time. I try to sleep strapped in my seat. This ain't traveling style. One more mile, gonna hear you stomp your feet. Gonna be worthwhile. 500 miles, 500 miles a day. 500 miles, 500 miles a day. I try to make it work, gotta keep in touch. I can't believe your column is the one you can't trust. Gotta end summer, I can't believe someone's got me stashed in this. Come here, come on, come on.
You've been watching Streetheart on 10 o'clock live, a special 1-hour edition. And now here's the singer to say goodnight.
Then it's time. 500 miles, 500 miles a day. 500 miles, 500 miles a day. Down.